Greetings again, it's Archmage Fang here with another RPG book review. Just before we start, just a few things. I did go out and I got the new Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden. Haven't read it yet, just a big fan of Icewind Dale, and I'll probably do a review about that in the future. Anyway, what happens when you get a game of D&D? Instead of being adventurous and you go dungeon crawling for fame, fortune, and adventure, you're a sports personality, and dungeon crawling is actually a blood sport. Well, to answer that question, you get the book I'm going to review today, and that is Xcrawl. Brilliant day. Xcrawl is based off the first edition Pathfinder rules, so sort of D&D, sort of not. And it's set in a dystopian future where elves, sort of a fantasy dystopian future where elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, half-orcs exist. And yeah, you get the highest of the aristocrats, and you get the lowest of the low, the plebs, who basically no rights or anything, but they get a chance to obviously take part in these dangerous dungeon crawls called Xcrawls. And by doing these Xcrawls, they fight and they win prizes. They get sponsors and stuff like that to help them through their adventures. So if they do well in the dungeon crawl, they might get something for, like, I don't know, dwarf steel forgery who might give them an axe. And they basically run around with chainmail and plate mail on different sponsors, and an axe with this sponsor and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. They also get add like sports personalities out of, because once they're done with the dungeon crawl and they go to town and all that, they can attract fans and get into brawls with enemy fans and that type of thing. Yeah, it's a terrific game. Very simple to play. If you know how to play Pathfinder, you know how to play this. There is one minor with this. With Pathfinder, with this, you need the Pathfinder Bestiary Guide. Reason is obviously because you've got to populate these dungeons with monsters. The good thing is you don't have to worry about ecology or anything like that, so you can have skeletons, orcs, goblins, kobolds, dragons, whatever you want to put in the dungeon, you can put them next to each other, because all monsters are basically captured and been tamed and stuff like that, except to attack players. So you basically roll your 4d6, your 4d6 drop lowest, or they do recommend you do the point buy system. Give them an allotment of like 20 points, build the character from there. And you play dwarves, you play elves, gnomes, half-orc. That's one of my favourite ones, half-orc. It's just the fact that he's got a tattoo saying elves taste like chicken. Makes me laugh. Basically, and then you get different classes. You can use the classes from Pathfinder, or you can use the classes in these books. There's only about 4 or 5 classes in this. You've got the athlete, which is like a fighter. You've got a blaster, which is like a wizard, or sorceress. Brawler, which is like a monk. Jammer, which is like a bard, and I believe you get a messenger, which is like a cleric, and that's really all you get. The deities in this are all based off the Olympic gods. It's set in the Americas, so like the North American Empire, as it's known as, by an emperor. I'm currently trying to do a European version of this, with like Norse gods and stuff like that, just because. Oh, you also get a specialist, which is like a rogue. It might be ideal. I mean, it's entirely up to you. You can put your own spell on it and use classes from Pathfinder, or keep the classes from this. It's entirely up to you. There's extra skills like driving and firearms and stuff like that. Feats. Oh, you also get fame, so you get experience to level up your character as you go through the dungeons. So you get so you might do as a milestone. So complete 2 dungeons, you got the next level, and so on and so forth, because each level ties to a division, you see. So like level 3 to 6 is like division 3, and then 6 to 10 is division 2, and then division 1 is 10 to 15, and then 15 to 20 is the ultimate division. But yeah, you get them, and you get Xcrawl fame feats as well. But those are just like your feats really for the game. You also get a thing in this called a Mojo Pool. What's a Mojo Pool, you ask? Well, a Mojo Pool is basically a group point system. So think of it like if you ever played like Warhammer, you get fate points, or if you ever played games and you got like points you could use to like re-roll stuff like that, you get Mojo points. However, it's a group pool, so for each player, you might the DJ, who's that's the dungeon judge, who is basically the GM, would go, right. There's 5 of you, so you have 5 Mojo points, and you can get like better point. You get more points by doing stuff like grandstanding and things like that. You know, giving it like, are you not? I use swords like, are you not entertained and stuff like that to try and get more points. And these points generally are used to like stave off death or to add bonuses to your roll. So you might think, oh, that's a tricky roll. That's going to be a high DC. I might take 3 Mojo points and then add 3 to my dice roll. Stuff like that. But you can grandstand and stuff like that and try and woo the crowd, and the crowd can throw coins. You get more fame points. You can get more to Mojo Pool. By doing it, you get like aristocrats throwing fucking coins at you. It's immense. It's really like pro. Think like if you ever played it, that trying to think of the video game, what's it called? Oh, it's the one where you go through like different dungeons and shoot things, and it's a game show. It'll come to me, but like yeah, basically like the Running Man is a good example, but dungeon crawling. Yeah, I mean you can get a jammer running around electric guitar and boosting people up, and yeah, really great. So you can attract sponsors. Arc-Rage cooler, or Arc-Rage energy drinks. And you guys can actually go up and do like adverts for it, and like, say like you go, oh, I'm Fang the Half-Orc, and I recommend Buzz Beer because it gives me the energy and the stamina to fight the bad guys in the dungeons. And you know what I mean, really like play it up. It's not just a dungeon crawl. There's lots of opportunities for role playing in this. It really is. So it's all about. Yeah, stuff here I'm running Xcrawl, so it's all about different divisions and stuff like that. Mental. North American Empire. Yep, they have their own media. The place is set in America is a total like totalitarian state, like 1984. Everything, the media is controlled by the emperor. Everything is, you know what I mean? The higher up the social ladder you are, the more technology you get. Yeah, it's crazy because like they have like beholders with like big square vision things, and they use it as arcane vision to like follow the crawlers as they're doing the thing. Because like obviously when they kill, they get the grandstand and all that, and yeah, just have so much fun with it. Yeah, because I remember running this, and a friend of mine got clotheslined by an earth golem, and the thing was, no, charge. It was no, damn, and like they had that got put onto a t-shirt, and it actually sold the t-shirts to make extra money. It was really funny. Yeah, I really can't recommend this enough. Also, you get non-coms as well, which are like non-combatants who follow you and carry your kit and hand your potions, because you get to like take equipment to the dungeon where you don't just take like armor and an axe and a shield. You can take like certain amount of staffs depending on the division, certain amount of potions, certain amount of scrolls, you know, stuff to help you guys out. It's just really up to you how you set the crawl. Again, I just really recommend it. Yeah, you can get fame. Again, it's really good stuff. You actually get fame points for disturbing the peace, public insult, public drunkenness, brawling. Wow. Yeah, you get gold. Here you go. This is like every time you complete a dungeon, you get sponsorship depending on your fame. So you can just roll on it, add your fame to it, and you go, oh yeah, I've got a limited contract for weapons from such and such. And that basically means if they'll provide you with a free weapon if you use it in the dungeon, and then they'll pay you to use it as well. So you can get stuff like walk on roll in the sitcom, guest on a late night TV talk show, walk on roll in the movie, charity appearance. Wow, wet t-shirt contest in Master of Ceremonies. Yeah, I mean, invitation to, it's just like, I can't recommend this highly enough. I mean, get a copy, have some fun. Yeah, it's just amazing. Again, you will need the bestiary from Pathfinder to obviously get the right stats to put the monsters in the dungeon. Or try and fluff it yourself, it's entirely up to you, but yeah. Get this book, get your mates, and just, yeah, play it. It's absolute fun. It's a twist on, like, the usual old school fantasy D&D or Pathfinder or anything like that. It's good for wholesome fun. Play sports personalities outside, and then as a sports personality, go into dungeons for fame and fortune. Grandstand the crowd, and yeah, just it is generally built for having fun. And yeah, get it. Put up some character sheets, get your miniatures, whatever, and yeah, just play it. Again, it's like Dungeon Crawl Classics. I can't recommend it enough. In fact, to talk about that, I've heard in the grapevine through the ether that Xcrawl and DCC are going to be put together. It's something I'd actually personally like to try, because I think it would just be brilliant, as in, we need the magic to save us, and the wizard casts the magic, and corruption happens, and yeah, just to make it more interesting, I would love to see that. But yeah, all in all, like Dungeon Crawl Classics, get a copy of the Pathfinder Bestiary, get the core rule book if you need to, if you want to play as the actual core classes. Yeah, just have them play it for a month or two, and play sports personalities and just have a laugh. Yeah, this is Archmage Fink signing off, and adventure on.